what's next? Okay, how many of you use parsnips? Aren't they wonderful? That's an old-fashioned vegetable, root vegetable. They're sweet like a carrot, but not quite that sweet. But they're a wonderful root vegetable to scrub. Now this one's been waxed, so I would peel it. But you can just chop it into big sections or into strips, what you want to do, and put it underneath before you put in a chicken or a roast beef. And oh, it is so good. So good. And rutabagas are great for you. And oh, these are expensive, okay? But they're wonderful to put for tuna salad or chicken salad when you're doing a nice little fancy buffet or luncheon or something. They're just quite nice. I've also sauteed these in a little butter.
What are they?
Endive. I'm not sure I'm saying it quite like everybody else in the world does. Now, radicchia is not a one that I'm fond of. It's got a really strong flavor, so maybe Sig or somebody can tell you a really good way to fix these. But they're great because of the high antioxidants. So a little in a salad's okay for me. I know.
Just add some color.
Yeah, and texture. Now, here is, kale is my #1 favorite vegetable because it is the highest in nutrient of anything that you can get. But my second best favorite is rainbow Swiss chard, and I actually grow this. And you can grow it in the open garden or in pots. I did both this summer. And I had it clear up until late November. I love to take, and all I do when I get home is cut this end off, just the dry part, and I stick that in a glass of water. And it's a bouquet. And I can use off of it for 2 or 3 days. And then when it begins to look a little sad, like I think this looks a little sad, it needs a little refreshing, then I will wash it and put it in paper towels and put it in baggies in the fridge. But it'll keep really well. Raw in a salad is wonderful. Take one leaf and chop it up and put it in my butter in the morning before I put in my eggs, my scrambled eggs and cheese. To die for. And it also, does anybody like Alfredo sauce, chicken Alfredo? Just make an Alfredo sauce. And by the way, you never have to use flour in another sauce again for the rest of your life. Use heavy cream, real cream, not half and half. Real fat is better for you than a lot of the low fat, because what do they do to low fat? Add lots of salt and lots of starches and even high fructose corn syrup and stuff. Oh, my nose is sorry about that. But anyway, now for any sauces, just use a little heavy cream and reduce it down. You don't need to use flour yet. Okay. So,
You just use the leaf part?
no, I use the whole thing,
Oh, you use
stem
the
and
whole
all.
thing. Okay.
Yep, sure do. Now in salads, I might
Like
use just.
rhubarb.
It does a lot, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. But the leaf tastes a lot different. But no, you use the stem for cooking. I don't know about in salads, but I use it in my scrambled eggs. Anything cooked, you can do that with. And two, once you've sautéed it with some onion and made a base out of it, which isn't cooked, then you can freeze it too. And I don't think there are any. Well, there are today. Beets. Something I did this summer that I had not done before. I prefer to buy them with the tops on, because what I discovered by growing them this summer is that those beautiful little tender leaves that come with a plow. In fact, I think I started maybe the night you were here, and they are just amazing. But just a little onion, a little lemon, and they're so good. And the beets, then, what I do with them is that I leave the little wiggly end on them when I cook them at home, when I get them out of my garden. And we'll cut this part off just like it did there and use the leaves. But I leave the end on it because it doesn't bleed then into the water so much. And just steam them. Just put them in a little tiny bit of water. Don't cover them in water like Grandma used to do. Just steam them. And just slice them. And I served them with just salt and pepper, and everybody loved them.